Hello everybody, this is Joni, and you have to excuse my voice. I'm very hoarse today for some reason, and I'm sorry I haven't been back to talk with you guys sooner than this, but I have been trying to get everything straightened out in the house, and it is a total mess, as you all probably know when you start getting all that stuff out and everything. And at least I'm getting a little bit ahead of it. So I'm hoping that it won't take me but a couple more days to get it fixed to where I'm ready to sit down and rest a while. But I'm getting ready to make the wreath that I promised to make for you guys. And like I said, I'm sorry it has taken me so long to get back to you, but there have been some things going on, and then I have, like I said, all the things that I had to get out. And it's really hard when you start taking all those things out of your storage and everything and getting them out and putting them where you want them, and making sure that they look as perky as they did last year, because if yours is like mine, they've been squashed just a little bit. So I'm going to cut my camera off, and I'm going to have to move it. And you wouldn't believe my kitchen. I have flowers all over my table, and I'm not high enough with my wreath on the table to sit and make the wreath on my table. So, and my island is partially decorated, so I can't put it on that. So, of all things, I got my ironing board and put it up to its highest level. So I've got my wreath, it's a grapevine wreath. I've got it on top of my ironing board. So you might know what a mess that will look like. But that's where I'm going to try to decorate it. So I'll be back just as soon as I can get my glue gun hooked up and the things that I want to put on the grapevine on it, and get my camera moved over there. So I'll talk with you guys in just a little bit. Okay, I promised I would hurry back, and I did as best I could. I think that I can't find a lot of my leaves. I don't know where in the world they are, but this seems to be just the ends of things that I really would not even care to keep. So I don't know where they are. I have a few, there goes the thing rolling. A few things here that are pretty nice, but I think I have enough to get around by the time I get all my decorations on there. And I still have to hook my glue gun up. I knew there was something I was forgetting. But that will not be hard, because I have a plug-in right here in my island. I should be able, if I can see it. Yeah, there it is. Get to quite nicely. Next thing is keep it out of my water and get a glue stick in it. Okay, there that goes. I think I'm going to be doing more picking up than anything else. Okay, the reason I have this right here at the top is because that is the top, and I want to know exactly where I'm going to put my bow. So I put that flower up there so I would be sure and know. Now I think what I'm going to do is just take some of these leaves that I have and that I have taken off, and just sort of lay them as a base. Now all I'm going to do is just put a little bit of glue around through there, because it will not take much to hold to this vine. And then we can hopefully move right around through there pretty quickly. I hope that all of you are getting along well and everything, because That's what we wish for each other. That we're all doing well and having lots of fun with our crafts and things that we're making. My sinuses are still bothering me from that medication. So, didn't do me much good that way. I think this will just form a nice base for the pumpkins if I can stretch these out a little bit, if I have enough. As I was saying, after I took the medication and it messed my sinuses up, they found out that it was causing me to be severely weak. So I had to go off of it. So it really did me no good. Which is not what we want. Some of these may be at the place that I can just stick them. No, I better glue. I was going to say I could just stick them down in there if I could get them down far enough. But I think I'll go ahead and stick them to make sure. I haven't made a wreath for, I think the last one I made was for my daughter at Christmas, probably 2 to 3 years ago, because I have wreaths and I use my wreaths over unless I just get totally tired of them, and I haven't gotten tired of the ones I have, so I've just gone ahead and fixed them over. I mean, you know, just fluffed them up and things like that. I don't think I've made any more. I may have. Really can't remember. I showed these on my haul, and I'm so far from the camera you probably can hardly see them. I'm going to put those in here somewhere. I think I'm going to put one on either side and one down at the bottom, because I want my bow up at the top. And I think I want one of these on either side. That's the way I'm planning things right now. If things will just work out for me and do what I tell them to do. As we all know, in crafting there is no certainty there. You usually just fix it the way it wants to go, unless by some wild coincidence it straightens up. But I've had those happen too, and I just say that was the good Lord and keep on going. These fall colors are so gorgeous, but I am really loving the blues and greens. I don't know why, but I am. They're so pretty, I think. Sort of put those over a little way so they won't all be right there together. They're really yellow. I know one thing I forgot to get. My little spatula that I use to push these things down in so I don't burn my fingers. I grabbed 2 instead of 1. I was going through Publix. That's, I don't know if you all have a Publix grocery store or not, but I really like it. And I was walking down the aisle and I saw these in the aisle in a little bag, and I looked at Tanya and I said, my goodness, I said, those would be really good to keep from burning your fingers when you're using your glue gun. So I bought some, and then later on she was using the glue gun, so I gave her some, and she really loves them. Because I had, the first, I think it was my first video that I put up, or my second video, probably my second, because my first one was just sort of an introduction to myself and where I lived and everything. I started making an Easter project, and it was a cone fixed with pebbles, small pebbles on it, and I used it, it was the cone, I used it as a reference to Jesus Christ's walk on earth when he was here. And I used baby's breath in it and everything showing, depicting the people that he met along the way. And I was trying to put those stones on, and you talking about somebody getting their fingers burned. I had blisters. My, oh my, I had blisters. And seems like my blisters always want to go up under my fingernail. And that you can't get much more tender than under your nail. So, needless to say, I was very, very pleased when I saw these. And I should have thought about them when I was just here at the house, even with my spatulas that I used to cook with. But I didn't. But it went a lot nicer when I found those with my cone in my Easter project. I'm going to have a mess to clean up when I get through here. What I may do is just go off camera so the movie won't be so long, the video, pardon me. And, but the rest of these around through here, off camera. And when I get them completed around through here, then I'll come back on camera and I'll show you as I place my pumpkins and things. So I'll be right back as soon as I can get this thing covered. Okay guys, I got my leaves finally put on there, and I went ahead while I was at it, and I just put some of my pumpkins up here on top of the wreath, and maybe I'll pull this out a little bit, you can see it better. They haven't been glued or anything like that. I just laid them up there to see what order I would like them in. And I put some of these flowers, they're real pretty little flowers. Not they're little, they're big, down here. And I haven't glued those either. I glued one of them. I haven't glued these two. But none of the other things have been glued. And I did go ahead, and you'll have to excuse me, but this is such a messy, messy place today. I made a funky bow, and if you want me to make one for you just alone with it, I'll go ahead and make it, but I was so hungry and my sugar was all messy up, And so I went ahead and fixed it so that I could get this over with and made as quickly as possible. So I will make a funky bow for you if you want me to. And in the meantime, I'll go ahead and you can see I cut these off. And I just left about an inch of the stem on here. And that will be plenty to go down inside. And then I put some around that, and that will grab down here. Just hold it a second, and that will grab down in there, and then that will be nice and sturdy. And then I'll do this one just like that. But the stems would have been too long if I had put them any longer, so I cut them off. And I'm going to try to get these about the same width between them. I think those are really pretty flowers. I like them with the dark centers, and I also like these with the, these remind me, you can tell where my mind is. This reminds me of some kind of chocolate covered donuts with some kind of nuts or something on it. That's about my speed. I haven't had a donut for so many years that I'm about to forget what they even taste like. Because that's something I sure cannot have, is the donut. I've got to try to get these. It's hard. I am used to fixing my wreaths, and I put them, I think I'm going to take this little thing off. What I usually do, so that I can see what I'm doing, is I will put them on a hanger and hang them on one of my French doors. And that way I can look and see exactly how far something needs to go. This one looks like it's up farther. And everything. This, well, as you know, these grapevine wreaths have a mind of their own. And you just about have to put your things as high as they go. So that may be a little higher than what I would want it to be, but I'll try to put some things around the side of it to make up for it, so it won't look too terribly high. Or I'll try to go down there and squeeze that grapevine down a little bit after I get through with it. Because you can sort of squeeze them together and get them a little tighter. Now I'm going to put the pumpkins down, then I'll come back and put these. These flowers are all just loose here. I think they had some beautiful pumpkins out this year. I am really loving the blues, and although I don't look like it on this, but I am really liking the blues. The light blue. I think there's, ooh, I put that one all the way on the side. Better straighten that up a little bit. There's not much that you can't fix when you're crafting. If you make a boo-boo, hold that until it gets, I'll probably have to put that one on the side a little bit more, because I've got it right on the bottom. And as you can see, that glue is still tacky enough that it allows me to pull it up and turn it around the way I want it. So that makes it good. And then I get this white flower right in here. Now those stems are a little longer, as you can see, but they're thin, so it doesn't matter. Okay, now come over here and put this one down. You're going to be able to see the top as well as some of the sides of it. That's the way I fix mine. Tilted in a little bit over there. Seems like this side of the wreath is higher than that side, but it was pretty cattywampus when I bought it, so try to turn this around a little bit so I can get to these. This hooks to this shirt terribly. Now, I like gourds too. I think they're really pretty. I have to glue. There's one I didn't get glued down too well. Ouch. Every time I put glue on my finger, I drop it on my finger, seems like it always goes up under the nail. Not a good thing to have happen. Judging between these, where I'm supposed to be, and with my wreath turned around it's hard. Okay, down there's the bottom. The ribbon will go here. Okay, now I'll put these down in there, and it doesn't really take much glue for them, because the stems are long enough that they can reach down in there and hook back in the vine. So I don't worry about how much I get in it and how much I don't. But it is nice to know where it's sticking. You guys are going to think Joni has lost her mind. This wreath is extremely large. That's the reason why it is causing me more problems, because usually I don't have my wreath. Well, my Christmas wreaths are about this size, but like I said, I usually put them on my French doors. I can tell exactly where I want everything. And it's a really good way to work with them. I was looking at some of my videos the other night where I was talking about my mom and dad and their courtship, and I had to check and see what all I had said and what I didn't. And most of the funny things I didn't get around to. So I'm going to take notes on that and see what I said and what I didn't, and when I find out, I'll come back and tell you all about some of the funny things that happened when they were dating, because there were tons of them, believe me. I hope I didn't get these too far out. I might have. Oh well, if I did, I will have to just put some leaves around that. Okay, now my bow would go right here. And I might let you see right here how I still don't have it really fluffed out really well. But I'll give you a look at how this is going to look, so you can see it, get an idea. I need it up closer, and I will, when I take a picture of it, I'll get it up as close as I can and get all this and show you how it will look after I get it up there with my bow on. But I'm going to have to try to get this tied down in here right now. I'm debating on what to put in the center of it, or if I want to put anything in it. Sometimes I think I do, and sometimes I think I don't. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I think I should have gotten my chenille. Oh, I've got some more over here. I think I'm going to glue this down right here, and then I'll tie it. Since it sets up onto my bow, and it will be ready to hook down. And I'm going to have to fluff this up a lot when I get it fixed. Now I can take these two that I'm just filming too far away for you guys to see. You can see there are chenilles under there that I have that tied with, and I'm going to take these and wind them around these and get that up nice and close down here real tight so that I can pull it, and it will pull up there nice and snug. But I've got to make sure that that stuff is as cool, because it'll come loose if it doesn't. Pull this chair over so I can see what I am doing. I've got to get down under these leaves. Up there nice and straight. I I'm getting ready. I don't know if I told you all or not. It seems like it's been a long time since I started this. But I'm getting ready to start a big thing for my coffee table. And I'm gonna be working on it next. In fact, I'm not even gonna change my shirt or anything. I'm just gonna get this one put up and then go straight on to that one. And I think that this is about all that this one needs. Because if the bow looks right, I will put it on a hanger and put it on my door so I can see how it does look. But it looks pretty good from what I can tell. And then again, when I see it and it's hanging on my door, I may go, oh my gosh, I gotta do this and I gotta do that and I gotta do this and something more. So I'm going to call that finished for right now. And I hope that you guys like it. And hopefully I'll be able to start doing the rest of my things now that I've gotten. This was just so big that it just, it overwhelmed me when I thought about doing it because of my hernia and everything. But I did it, and it's accomplished now, and I can say I finished it. So I will be seeing you guys later, and you all take care of yourselves, and I hope really that you all are having a lot of fun and everything. I will just do one thing. I received a call yesterday evening, and in fact I was going to do this yesterday evening, but I couldn't. And it was from my family, and my nephew that I dearly love is really critically ill, and he has cancer, and they said they weren't expecting him to live too long. So if you all would please offer some prayers up for him, I sure would appreciate it. His name is Eddie, and he's a fine, fine man, and has 2 boys. They're both grown. They were in the Iraqi war, both of them paratroopers, and fine, fine family. And so if you would just say some prayers for him and his family. Being through what I was with my husband, I know what they're going through. And it's not a pretty sight, and it's not a happy, happy thing to have happen. So I will say that ask that for him and his family. And I'll just tell you that, please remember, I do love you guys. I really do. I think the world of you. And even more important than that, God loves you. Don't ever forget it. So I'll say good night. Good night.